Hey, this is Metal Triss, and I'm here with Alligator Pie, Greg and Greg.
Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm Greg 2.0.
Let's talk about my amazing thumbnail skills. Let's talk about the new record. What was guitar like on the new record?
Well, it was pretty crazy because I actually played so fast my hands fell off. These are
nice.
They're okay,
hands.
right?
Let me feel them. Wow, did you moisturize?
Hello, I'm the Metal Triss, and I'm here with Allegaeon.
You know, you'd think after this many interviews you would get our name right.
He couldn't get through one.
Let's talk about the actual writing of the album. What was that like for you guys?
It was a new and interesting challenge.
Okay.
I think that it was, you know, a little bit more personal for me this time. With Proponent for Sentience, I felt like I was kind of like still in shoe filling mode, you know, since I was taking over for a long time vocalist and, you know, trying to keep things in that, you know, Allegaeon style without alienating fans as like the new guy, you know. But with this one, I kind of put a little bit more personal flavor into it, and I'm a little more attached to this album than I was to Proponent, because Proponent was very stressful and I felt a little bit more under pressure to keep up appearances.
What about for you, Greg?
Oh, it was painful as hell. It's like I think it's awesome that like if one person's not feeling it, everybody else can lift them up too. So this was definitely, I might associate this record with like my darkest hour, where Michael destroyed. He like killed it. He killed the record.
He did
so
really good. I mean, I don't know. I think Greg goes a little hard on himself on this record. We had to write a lot from the road. I think that it's more that this was like his least comfortable, right?
That might be it.
Safe to say you were the least comfortable writing this record than I think at other ones, and I think that might put on those
the shades,
rose-colored glasses. It was just hard because we were on the road. We had to like push the album back a couple times, release date, just because like we were touring so much, didn't have all our ducks in the row when we needed to have them, and you know, it was hard.
So what does apoptosis mean then?
So apoptosis in science is the systematic death of cells within the human body to make room for new, better cells, basically.
Right, okay.
And that's kind of the theme of the whole record, be it in science, like in our song Stellar titled Disruption, which is all about a star getting sucked, like ripped apart and sucked into a black hole and then spat out on the other side as like multiple different celestial bodies. It'd be like there's one song that's about like forest fires, right? Like where a forest burns down, but it like enriches the soil of the surrounding area, and then when it grows back, it's like bigger and stronger.
That worked quite well, even though you haven't heard it yet.
Even though you haven't heard the song yet, but the song is scientific name for fire. Literally, that's it. But it also, you know, there's a couple songs about, you know, like organized religion and a few other social constructs that lead to being like, hey, like leave behind these old, outdated ideologies.
I've always been, you know, quite interested. What's kind of attracted you guys so much to science?
There's so much of it, and it's also cool.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. And I mean, just like sometimes it's just really hard to write a song about a personal experience because maybe I suck at words, and it's way easier to just do research.
Why dress up something that's already so naturally awesome? You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of lyrics in metal like are really just like going for it, you know. And with us, we can just kind of like write about stuff that's like the source material is already so fucking cool that we can just kind of, you know, elaborate.
You're never gonna run out of topics.
Yeah,
True.
You know, it's not going to be like Deicide on our 18th record, still writing about Satan. It works for them, and I love them. Everybody knows I'm a huge Deicide fan. That's not the point. It's just for us writing about one topic over and over again. I don't think we could do it as well as Mr. Benton.
So, are there any sort of surprises that people can expect on the new record, or
all clean singing? No, I'm just.
You know, we've gotten so much shit. Like, there's always that one discontent guy, and he's just like, "Well, based on their last record," I'm like, "What is what?" It was like, what as a percentage on the last record? What 8% of?
I think I timed it. And if you take away the Rush cover, and you take away the guest vocal spot, there is like 9 seconds of singing, and it's like this long. It is like the micropenis of clean vocals. Like it is.
That's on the thumbnail. If I don't see that, I'm writing you.
We got a penisary implant for the clean vocals.
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
A little bit more. I guess that's a surprise. I mean, there's like straight like black metal sections.
Yeah.
So on Exothermic, there's like Isani type vocals. That's also the Forest Fire song. Okay. Exothermic chemical combustion. On Metaphobia, it's like real like pissed off black metal sounding kind of stuff.
The screaming stuff in there.
On Extremophiles A, we've got some like, what would you call that? Where it's like the one riff like that keeps coming back and like is I guess non-traditional song structures. There's a couple of those. There's like because a lot Allegion's usually very
composed.
Yeah,
it's through composed. It's like that one is. It reminds me of Mysterious Barricades by Cooperin, piano piece. Like I tried to morph it and it just kept coming back into the same thing. Yeah, there's like 2 songs on the record that are like through composed. And the last interview I was talking about the Bach. That I was so stoked on it. Yeah. You know what? I've always wanted to do a Bach piano concerto.
Yeah.
That got cut.
Oh.
It didn't get cut.
What are you, Trans-Siberian Orchestra? Get this shit off the record. Also, get the vinyl. Hear all my work that got ended up on the cutting room floor. He wants his micropenis of clean vocals. I want my elephantitis of dick for music without vocals.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
So if you could kind of like sum up what Apoptosis means to you guys, like you can either answer this together or separately, what would you say it reflects of Allegaeon?
It's funny that you asked that. So one of the big reasons that I named the album Apoptosis, other than having kind of a cool conceptual contrast to play with and being able to be like, oh yeah, like death, new life, like there's lots of examples of that being able to happen throughout all kinds of different topics, is that I feel like that's really an apt description of where Allegaeon is right now. You know what I mean? Like we've been through so much as a band and through so much as individual musicians, even with other projects, and Allegaeon has lost and gained so many members over the years and gone through so many changes that now we're finally at this point where I feel like Allegaeon is the best version. We are at peak performance, and I think that naming the record Apoptosis is representative of that. All the shit, all the death leading to this new life, this new and improved version of Allegaeon has kind of really come to form on this record. So that was definitely an inspiration behind naming it that.
This has been the Metal Triss, and thank you for watching this. You should watch it again. There's so many Easter eggs. If you can't find the Easter eggs throughout this interview, because there's a lot of them, then you just need to keep watching it. Yes, hit replay right now.
Thanks.